Want to know how to get more done? Well, I'm going to teach you. And it's probably not going to be what you think it is. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Freedom Friday, where you learn how to free yourself and live your dreams. So, I just woke up from a very long nap. I've been sleeping all day long. I just woke up. And I figured, why not teach you guys how to do more? When I've been doing nothing all day but nap. Actually, I have been doing something all day. I've been napping. So the reason I've been napping is because I had a very intense energy healing yesterday. I'm in a class, an energy healing class. And last night was my first class with feminine energy, and I cleared a lot. And I forgot how much it wipes you out. So I've been resting and rejuvenating, and quick reminder, anybody that does any kind of energy healing, make sure that you get lots of rest and rejuvenation. And I've been eating chocolate, things like that. So last week, I sent you guys an email saying that I was burnt out and unable to do Freedom Friday. I have just been so busy. I'm taking multiple classes and courses, trying to acquire more knowledge and skills, and when it comes to coaching you guys and getting my message out there, and just growing my business and all that fun stuff. And I got myself an accountability partner, and we've been talking every day and working out our, what our to-do list is going to be. And I got burnt out. And it taught me a lesson that I already knew before, but I think I had to go through this sort of burnout to really realize. Before I do so much, and everybody asks me, how on earth do you do all that you do? I have Mission Love that I do all by myself. I have had an assistant help me in the beginning, and now I'm just kind of running the whole thing on my own, on top of doing these weekly Freedom Fridays. And other than last week, I'm extremely consistent with making these videos every single week and doing the posts every Friday and making sure that you guys get them. I have coaching clients. I'm in all these courses. I'm a mom. I'm a girlfriend. And I have 1,000,001 things going on. And up until just this last week, that was the only time I really got burned out. And I will tell you why. I spend most of my time napping and doing things that I thoroughly enjoy, and spending a lot of time to myself. And before, when I was just doing all these things and they didn't really seem to faze me, it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm doing so much and I can't handle it. And I feel, it's too much responsibility and too much accountability. And I didn't really feel like that because I was so laid back, for one. And the big thing that I realized when I got burned out last week was that I was making it about my to-do list. I was making it about getting things done rather than what I was doing before and what I always do, and what gives me the ability to do so much is take inspired action. I'm such a creative person, and I am totally okay with if one day I wake up and in my gut it says I should no longer be doing Freedom Friday. I'm totally okay with following that inspiration. And if one day I wake up and it tells me that I should be doing something else, maybe bigger or better or different than Freedom Friday, then I will do that because I follow my inspired action. That's what it means to be a creative person, is you get really, really close with that voice and that thing. I call them the magical musical fairies. They're the ones that, and you know what? I've been reading a lot about Ascension and Ascended Masters. They probably really are fairies that are feeding me all this creative juices. I don't know. I just feel like there's just this connection I have with something that that just fuels all of these beautiful ideas into me, and I just run with them. And what happens is when I'm inspired, like I've had people tell me I'm so productive, and I don't see myself as a productive person. I see myself as an extremely inspired person where, for instance, I am about to do a new, this is the first time I'm ever mentioning this public, but I'm about to do a course for empaths. Group coaching course. It's called How to Rock It as an Empath, and that was the first time I ever mentioned it publicly. And so if you want to know about that, you're going to have to stay tuned. But the other night, I was inspired to create the website for it, the sales page for it, the landing page where you guys can get all the information. And I was so inspired to do it that the whole thing's like pretty much done now. I mean, there's a few other things that I need to do. I need to make a video, which I'll do that when I feel inspired to do that too. I just don't really get stressed out about this stuff. I learned very early on that, probably years ago, when it came to creating music, and I used to get writer's block because I would try so hard, and I was being the one dictating when the music was going to come. And we have to learn that we are not the ones dictating any of this stuff. Like, I'm not dictating Mission Love. Oh, I got my Mission Love shirt on. I just got it yesterday. Shameless self-promotion. No. But I'm not the one dictating Mission Love. I am not the one dictating it. And there have been times where I've thought I was the one dictating it. And then, like for instance, last week, which caused me to burn out, I thought I was dictating it. I thought I was the one running the show. And I wasn't. And then what happens is you burn the frig out, okay? When I first started doing these videos, I first started doing the May Cause Miracle videos. The very first video blog I ever did, which started this whole thing, Gabby Bernstein's May Cause Miracles, who is now my teacher and mentor, and where I got my coaching certification. I mean, really, it started it all. The very first video I made, I had just got done doing my charity event, my big, huge charity event, where we raised a total of I don't even know, over the course of all of the events that we did and the money that we had to raise the money to do the event, and then the event, we ended up giving a check for $1,500 to write Love on Our Arms, but we raised probably $5,000. And there was only a few of us in the group that were doing it. And then towards the end, a lot of them dropped off, and it ended up being 3 of us that put this huge event together. And I was running the show. And I thought that I was running the show. I really thought that I was dictating it all. I thought that, I really controlled it all. I was controlling it all. And then what happens is when you are trying to control it all, your mind is like, oh my God, if I don't remember everything that has to be done, it's like the whole world is going to end. This whole project's going to fall apart if I don't hold it all together. And what I learned from that is, one, that it stressed me the F out, and I was so turned off by it that I have not done another charity event since. That's first and foremost. But I am doing Mission Love, which is probably another very big project. But I've learned a lot from Hope Shines. And maybe one day I'll do Hope Shines again. But For now, I'm sticking to Mission Love. And so what I learned is that I wanted Hope Shines to be this massive event. It was extremely successful. Don't get me wrong. We had hundreds of people walk through the door throughout the day. We had a lot of really amazing bands. We had a great show. We had a great location. It was awesome. I mean, we did really great. But I wanted it to be massive, spectacular. And what I realized is that I was controlling everything. And because I was controlling everything, that project that I wanted to soar could never get bigger than me. Because I was dictating everything. And so, fast forward to the last couple weeks when I was, doing my to-do list every day. And okay, I have to do this, and this. What I wasn't doing this time again, and what I wasn't doing that time, is I was thinking that I was dictating, and I wasn't depending on the powers greater than me. The very things that gave me the idea to do Mission Love and Freedom Friday and DariAwaken.com and my music and all the music that I write, and the very thing that told me that I should be doing this spiritual coaching, that I should be, becoming a public speaker so that I can sing on stage and teach on stage, and the very things that are fueling the ideas and just asking me to do it for them, to make it come to be in this planet, I was shutting them out. And because of that, I wasn't taking inspired action. I was going, okay, this is the idea you gave me. Well, I'm going to run with this and make it all my own. But it's not my own. And that is how I'm able to do something like Mission Love, which is a massive year-long event, and be able to commit to something that seems really stressful, and make sure all the websites are working and the webinars, and make sure my guests feel comfortable and they're prepared to do these webinars, and I know what everybody's going to talk about. I mean, the reason I'm able to do something that big, and trust me, I will do things bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because I am getting an intern. That's going to happen. I'm manifesting that. But the reason I'm able to do one person do so much is that I am not running the show. And I know I'm not running the show. And I had to give myself a little ego check last week. And we got to do that sometimes. And so I went back to the meditation pillow. I went back to relaxing more. I went back to napping, what I love doing so much. I went back to meditating every single morning and taking a good solid few hours in the morning for myself to connect with that spirit and ask, like, hey, what do you want me to do today? What do you want me to do? Because I'm not running the show. Because at the end of the day, it is not about putting on this big, massive event. It's about doing whatever the hell Spirit wants me to do, because Spirit knows best. Spirit has got the eagle eye, knows what this planet needs, and who am I to know what the hell this planet needs? All I'm here to do is be whatever Spirit wants me to be, is be myself, of course, and transmute any of those projects and missions that they set forth for me. And that comes through by being inspired. So the other night when I was like, ooh, I feel like I've been sitting on this how to rock it as an empath. This idea came to me months ago. Mission Love, that idea came to me years ago. But I didn't say, okay, now I got to do Mission Love. I said, all right, I got it. Whenever you want me to start putting it into action, I will. And I will know when it's time to put it into action, when I feel so inspired to do it that you just can't stop me. And it doesn't feel like I'm working, okay? So I'm not saying you need to throw out your to-do list, because I'm still going to be doing my to-do list every day, but you need to consult the higher powers that be, the ones that are giving you the ideas in the first place. Consult them first, and always put yourself and spirit on the top of your to-do list, okay? That was the one thing that I've always done over the course of the last few years since I had my spiritual awakening, and I made being happy more important than getting a job and making a lot of money. And now I'm trying to make money in my business, so I forgot that part of me. And now I need to remember. I need to continually remember. And I'm just reminding you guys that. And every single time I learn a life lesson, I share it with you guys. And that's really important for me to do. So there it is. I'm probably going to go back to bed now, because my body is still tired. Actually, I'm probably going to eat now. Maybe like a protein shake, because I know my body probably needs that too. So I just want to remind you guys to take care of yourselves and follow the inspired action, because that's really all you're meant to do. And it's a hell of a lot easier than making yourself crazy. And you can do a lot more when it's inspired. Probably not the answer you were looking for. Probably not the answer you certainly expected when you saw this video of how to get more done. But that's the truth. Joy is much more important than a to-do list. And follow those inspired actions, because they will take you to that joy. I promise you. All right. Make sure you join the inspiration conversation on DiaryAwaken.com below this video. If you haven't signed up for Freedom Friday, make sure you sign up, and I will give you a free gift. It is an extremely powerful meditation that helps you to raise your vibrations, both healing yourself and the planet. It is so huge, and every single person on this planet should be doing some variation of it, and we would all just be a happier bunch. Also, go to missionlovemovement.com and sign up for Mission Love. Every single Tuesday night, we give you free webinars, and the whole point of Mission Love is to combat all of the negativity online with love. Daily posts of love. So I want to see your love daily posts with the hashtag Mission Love. And I'll see you guys next week. I love you. Mwah! Maybe it's time I love myself, be my own right when I stand up to the world. So now I'm gonna free myself. I've got love in me. Come join the
Mission Love is a social media movement igniting the online airwaves with love. Join the army now for free on missionlovemovement.com.